Hey everybody, it's Stevie J from AngryMarks.com and Glove Up or Shut Up, recapping UFC on Fox 7. And I'm going to start out tonight by telling you that Smooth Ben Henderson got down on one knee and proposed to his girlfriend after the fight. She said yes. But did he win that fight? You'll find out in a few minutes, but we're going to take you through the fights as they were televised, starting with FX, going through Fox, and including the Facebook fights that were bonused in. So this is not the order they took place in San Jose. This is the order they took place that I saw them on TV. First up was TJ Dillashaw and Hugo Viana, and TJ Dillashaw finished this one quickly, 4:22 of the first round by TKO, as he rocked Viana with a big right hand, came forward and rocked him again, and Big John McCarthy was forced to wave it off. Next up was Tim Means and Jorge Masvidal. All three judges scored this one 29-28 for Masvidal, and it was a pretty close fight. I think that Means was actually doing a little better on the striking, but Masvidal got more takedowns in the second and third round. I liked Means throwing elbows off his back. I thought he did some nice damage with it. Personally, I would have scored the fight 29-28 for him, but it wasn't highway robbery. There was a much more controversial decision to come later. There was no controversy in Joseph Benavidez and Darren Ueno, though. Benavidez got the TKO at 4:50 of round 2 when he hit a liver kick and rocked a body punch to the exact same spot, causing Ueno to turtle up, and Herb Dean had to step in and save him. After that, we got Ramsey Nijem and Miles Jury, and this one was stopped at 1:02 of the second round as Miles Jury got the knockout. It was a perfect, picture-perfect punch right between the jaw and the ear, and Ramsey only made it worse for himself because he was leaning forward trying to throw a strike as Miles countered, so probably going to get the knockout of the night for this one. It certainly would be a contender for it on this card. But then again, Clifford Starks and Yoel Romero got bonused in, a middleweight bout from Facebook, and Romero got the flying knee knockout 1 minute and 32 seconds into round 1. Pretty damn impressive. Then we saw Francis Carmont versus Lorenz Larkin in a middleweight bout, and this is the decision that I take exception to, because nothing against Francis Carmont, and certainly nothing against his teammate George St. Pierre or any of the guys at TriStar Gym, but I felt like Lorenz Larkin was the more impressive fighter here. He stuffed almost every takedown that Carmont tried. His balance was incredible. He was, in my opinion, doing more striking. But I guess that takedown in the third round, maybe you would give it to Carmont, but Larkin went for a Kimura and nearly had it. A better chance of winning that fight off his back in the third round than Carmont did on top. So, honestly, the guy who was more impressive throughout that fight was Lorenz Larkin, but Carmont got the 29-28 decision, and the crowd in San Jose did not agree. They booed aggressively. Rogan called it a, quote, interesting decision. That was his polite way of saying it was bullshit. Then we had Chad Money Mendes and Darren Elkins. This did not last long. TKO, 1 minute, 8 seconds in. Alpha Male does it again. Dwayne Bang Ludwig gets all the credit from Chad Money Mendes in his post-fight interview. Then we had Anthony Njokuani and Roger Bowling, the other Facebook fight, and the winner at 2:52 of the second round by TKO was Anthony Assassin Njokuani. They called it a technical knockout, but there was nothing technical about it as far as I'm concerned. He just blasted Bowling with a left hook, and he dropped like a stone, and that was it. First bout on Fox was Young Gun Jordan Main and the Immortal Matt Brown. This one's probably getting the Fight of the Night bonus because this was non-stop action for 6 minutes. The first 5 and the first minute of round 2, because it stopped at exactly 1 minute of round 2. Immortal Matt Brown landed a stiff right hand, came forward throwing knees in clinch, and Jordan Main got busted up, and then he got on top. Main gave up his back. Brown dropped elbows on his back. Big John saw enough and said, "This fight is over." Matt Brown with a supremely impressive performance. Sadly, he did not get a post-fight interview. He deserved one after this bout. Speaking of deserving of a post-fight interview, Josh the Punk Thompson upset number 4 ranked Nate Diaz. This was a great performance. 3:44 of the second round, he got the TKO after he landed a head kick that hurt Nate Diaz, started hammering on the ground. Beltran rushed over to see if it needed to be stopped, and behind him, up in the air, flew a towel from the corner of Nate Diaz. But Beltran was already stopping the fight anyway. Not figuratively, literally threw in the towel for this fight. Nate Diaz got destroyed. Daniel Cormier and Frank Mir. They booed throughout this fight because they didn't like Cormier pressing Mir into the fence and just controlling him in the clinch and doing damage with elbows and body shots and short punches. But Cormier fought a very smart, tactical fight. He did not let Mir take him to the ground and work the jiu-jitsu. He did not try to take Mir to the ground and work a top game. He just kept it on the feet, pushed him in the fence, and worked him over. And he won the decision unanimously, easily, 30-27. And they cheered. They were happy that he won, even though they were booing periodically throughout the fight. It was a very weird crowd in that sense. Smooth Ben Henderson and Gilbert Melendez. Now, obviously, Melendez is the hometown favorite because this is a former Strikeforce champion. They are in San Jose. They do love their fighters there, and he's a hometown boy. He just wasn't able to put it all together. You know, they wanted him to win really badly, but Henderson was outpointing him. He was using lots of leg kicks. It was a dominant striking performance. Every striking statistic Henderson was in, he was ahead on. And at the end of the day, 48-47, 47-48, and 48-47, Ben Henderson retains by split decision.